Good morning, everybody. Today is August 17th, and we're going to be doing my third practice session of the year and third ever. As you can see, we already have some people over here. We're going to get some interviews done, and we're going to get right to training. So let's see who we got here. Morning, what's your name?
Tracy Walker.
All right, Tracy, and where are you from?
I'm from Marion, Ohio.
And that's, what, about a couple hours?
Yep.
All right, definitely appreciate you coming all the way out here to come and practice with me. How long have you been riding?
6 years.
6 years, and how long have you been practicing this slow speed stuff?
This is my second practice.
Okay, yeah, hey, better to practice now than never practice.
A little on my own, but this is my second official.
Okay, good enough, good enough. So what's your goal for the day today?
I would like to be able to at least attempt all of the obstacles.
Okay.
And just leave better than I came.
Yeah, and that's definitely the goal while we're out here, and I'll definitely let you try everything. I'm not going to stop you from trying everything.
Okay.
So, all right, I appreciate it.
And hopefully complete them successfully.
Yeah, we'll get you there, and if not, all we're looking for is progress.
Yes,
you know? So,
yes.
All right, I appreciate you coming out.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, sir, what's your name?
Darren Drum.
And where are you from?
Lancaster, Ohio.
All right, and this is your second time coming out here, which I appreciate you coming out here. So how long have you been riding?
2 years and got my endorsements a year ago.
Yeah, and that's what you said the last time. You're kind of brand new to all this, and you couldn't have picked a better time to just, you know, hop right into this instead of having years of experience trying to break all those bad habits. What's your goal for today?
Probably get better control of the friction zone.
Okay, yeah. What do you struggle with the most? The friction zone?
Constant throttle.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Sometimes going up and my RPM's going down.
Yep. It's going to take a little bit of time to get used to. I still struggle with that once in a while too, but we'll get you there. We'll try to get you out of here better than you came, and I definitely appreciate you coming out.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. All right, sir, what's your name?
I'm Jim Gray.
And where are you from?
I'm from Lancaster, Ohio.
All right, and you and Darren, this is both your second time coming out, and I definitely appreciate that. How long have you been riding?
Been riding a little over a year. Got the bikes last summer, so just not too much.
Yeah, so this is another guy. Just got his endorsement not that long ago, and they're hopping straight into working on their slow speed skills, which I was telling Darren that you couldn't pick a better time instead of riding all these years and trying to break all those bad habits.
Right.
So what's your goal for today?
Goal today is maybe get another set of eyes on the technique and just learn to fine tune the skills and become a better rider.
All right. Well, I'll definitely help you out with that, and I appreciate you coming out here.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, sir. What's your name?
Mike Weisenbach.
I love that shirt, by the way. I don't know where you got that, but it's fantastic.
Yep, thank you. It's a wonderful quality shirt, too.
Where are you from?
Columbus, Ohio.
Okay, so I guess you were a former instructor now. Is that
Correct.
how you call it? You had Pro Rider Columbus?
Correct.
And you're done with that?
Correct.
Okay, well, so what's your goal for today?
Just to keep my skills fresh. I had a defensive rider class. My last class for Pro Rider was August 10th. So I'm just gonna brush up, keep things going, support you. I love what you're doing, along with Robert and Pro Rider Central Texas, Paul, Harper. We got to stick together. So,
yeah, I appreciate that.
Even though I'm stepping aside, I want to keep supporting you guys.
Yeah,
great stuff.
I mean, you can't do it forever. So I mean, and I've taken Mike's course. He's a great instructor, and I'm excited to have him out here. Try to teach him something. I don't know if I can, but we'll see what happens.
You have surpassed me, Joe. All your training, you have surpassed me. You're doing amazing.
I appreciate that. All right, man. Appreciate you coming out, and we'll get to training.
All right, buddy.
All right, sir. What's your name?
David Simonitis.
And where are you from?
Parma.
Oh, so not too far. About 20 minutes.
Drive, yeah.
Okay. And how long have you been riding?
3 years now.
3 years. Mm-hmm. Okay. Have you practiced any of this slow speed stuff?
Only the course.
All right. Well, welcome to the Thunderdome. No, I'm just kidding. What's your goal for today?
Just get that practice in on the slower speeds, feel a little more comfortable going around corners and whatnot, and just taking turns a little bit more confidently.
Okay. And what are you riding today?
An MT-07.
Okay, so this is going to be, you're the first one with kind of a sportier bike, so I'm excited to have you. Nothing changes compared to this. I mean, you're going to have a little more lean angle than us, but all the same fundamentals apply.
Sure.
So I appreciate you coming out here, and hope to have you leaving better than you came, which we'll definitely get that. Thanks, man.
Yep.
All right, sir, what's your name?
Matt.
Matt, hey, come over here a little bit. I don't know if you're in the frame or not. Hey, where are you from?
Brook Park.
Brook Park, right around the corner.
Yep.
About 20 minutes.
Yep.
How long you been riding?
14 years or so. Started off on sports bikes, and just recently purchased my first Harley 2 years ago.
Okay.
So I'm on the Lowrider ST now. Started with the Dyna. So.
Yeah. Dyna bro over here. So what's your goal for today?
Turning, U-turns, figure eights. Little more advanced. I started doing slow maneuvers year or so ago.
Okay.
But not consistently practicing. So definitely want to practice.
Okay. And have you done any of this kind of stuff before?
No, but I've seen it a bunch, and I've done parking lot just solo. But yeah, it's interesting.
Well, you're gonna end up getting addicted to this. Forewarning. 'Cause that's what happened to me, and now I got all these cones in this parking lot.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate you coming out, and we're gonna try and get you out of here better than you came.
Thank you.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks. Okay, well, welcome everybody. Appreciate you all coming out. We were supposed to have 11 people, but I think the rain scared some people away, so it is what it is. We're still gonna come out here and train. So first things first, if you gotta use the bathroom, guys and girls if you want, there's Woods over there. But if not, there's a Sheetz gas station right down the street. It's like 5 minutes. All right, so rundown for today, we have slow starts and stops, and then we're gonna do the slow ride, cone weave, left and right turns, U-turn. We got double 360, which pretty much is figure eight, and then my world famous handlebar exercise. It's a U-turn with 2 serpentines on either side.
Cool. Okay.
So if you can do the U-turn and the cone weave, you can most definitely do that. First on the list, does everybody know what the friction zone is? If you don't be afraid. So we're definitely gonna be using the friction zone today. It's that sweet spot in the clutch where it starts giving power to the rear wheel, and we're absolutely gonna need that today, because without that power to the rear wheel and you're going 2-3 miles an hour, you're gonna end up falling over. And then we're also gonna be using the rear brake. It's gonna be your best friend. Not too much of the rear brake. That's gonna help keep the bike a little more stable while you're going at slow speeds. And the first exercise that we're gonna be doing is the slow starts and stops. If you can master that, you're gonna set yourself up for success for the rest of the day, because everything starts from that exercise. Does everybody know what counterbalancing is? So basically your body stays perpendicular with the bike, and you let the bike lean underneath you. You don't lean with the bike. Some people go to the extreme and they'll hang their body off. I think Darren was doing that last practice session. You're doing a little too much counterbalance, and it's a little too much work, and you don't have to do that. Just keep your body straight up and down. Lastly, everything that we're going to be doing out here it's going to be smooth. No, as Robert says, herky-jerky, no herky-jerky. Just everything nice and smooth, and I'll explain some of that while we're over there practicing. So anybody have any questions? All right, so we're gonna go over there where those small disc cones are. You can line up to the left, and I'll meet you over there. First exercise, smooth starts and stops. This is pretty self-explanatory. We're gonna try and smoothly start and stop. Anyways.
Can you say that again?
Yeah. Does anybody need an explanation on that one? All right, so I got these disc cones set up. So we're gonna start at the first one, and we're gonna just move on to the next ones, just trying to stop as smoothly as possible. So when we're stopping, or let's start from the beginning here. So we're sitting here, you're getting ready to take off, you have to get your throttle up, okay? And I like to keep mine anywhere between 1800 to 2000 RPMs. But the main thing is, don't be staring at your tachometer. You don't have to do that. You can listen with your ear. And you'll know once you try to enter into that friction zone, if you don't have enough throttle, your engine's gonna start lugging, and you don't want that. So once you get your throttle set, you're gonna slowly start opening up your clutch right to the friction zone. And you wanna stay in the friction zone this entire time. So you ease into the friction zone, going forward, keeping your body straight up and down, head and eyes up, looking forward. And then once you get to this cone over here, you're gonna smoothly use your rear brake to stop. And the entire time, you're gonna be lightly dragging the rear brake because this is gonna give you some more stability. So when you're coming here, you're staying in the friction zone the entire time until you come to a complete stop. All you have to do is just hit that rear brake just a little bit harder to stop. And once you're completely stopped, you can pull in that clutch and let your throttle down. I know I said a lot quick, but does anybody have any questions? I'll do a quick little demo and we'll get her going. Always make sure you're in first gear, or if you go to try to take off, you're not going to go anywhere. All right, so I'm covering the rear brake. Get my RPMs up. That's about all I need. That's 1800 RPMs. Find that friction zone right about there. And then you're just going to slowly start moving forward. Keep everything the same. Lightly dragging that rear brake. And notice my throttle didn't change the entire time. Stayed in the friction zone. There it is. That's all there is to it. Okay, Mr. Weisenbach. All right. Good. Very good. Good. You're good. All right, let's do it. Throttle. You're right, you're right, you're right. We're just getting started. Concentrate keeping that throttle steady and just try to keep everything the same. More throttle. All right, so get your throttle up where you think it should be. All right, now make sure you keep it there. Yep, right there. Slowly enter into that friction zone. Start moving forward. Better. So you hear how it started lugging? I think you're using a little too much brake. It was fighting up against each other. Let's try it one more time. Her throttle's a little inconsistent, but we'll get there. We're just starting off the day. All right, let's go, Jim. All right, so you need a little more throttle and keep your head and eyes up. I see you peeking at the ground there. All right. Steady throttle. All right, I want to hear that throttle the same the entire way. You go to take off and then it just drops. There you go. Nice and smooth. You fell out of the friction zone at the end. That's why your foot went down like that. So let's try it one more time. All right, let's do it. I need more throttle. What was your name again?
David.
David. Okay, I'm going to try to remember it.
Okay.
All right, so let me hear your throttle real quick. So you're gonna have to keep it steady, so give it a little bit of throttle. Right about there, that's all you need. And now slowly start entering into that friction zone. There you go. Keep on coming forward, drag that rear brake just a little bit. Now come to a nice smooth stop. Little hard on that rear brake. It's gonna take time to get used to it. Let's try it again. Good, good. Better, yeah, perfect. Let's do it one more time, okay? Good throttle. All right, so you're putting your foot down before you even stopped, and it sounded like you weren't in the friction zone anymore at the tail end there. So let's try it one more time. Nice and smooth. Okay, that was definitely better. A little bit smoother on that rear brake. You didn't really punch at it, but it was a little abrupt. Let's try it one more time. There you go. Good. All right, Darren Drum. Let's do it. Keep that throttle up. Your throttle's dropping before you're completely stopped. It's all right. Yeah, it happened. All right. A little bit softer with the rear brake. Let's try one more. All right, Mike. That was a little hard on the rear brake, but nothing you can't fix. Good. Give me one more. Good. Better, much better. You kept your throttle up the entire time. Let's do it again. Much better. A little bit smoother with that rear brake, but you've already improved 1,000%. Good. All we got to do is work on a little bit smoother on that rear brake. Good. Your suspension didn't even compress. Good. You dropped your throttle before you were completely stopped, but you're okay. Nice and smooth. See, so your foot's coming down real fast because you're falling out of the friction zone. All right. Good. Just keep them eyes up. Just a little bit smoother with that rear brake. Everything else is perfect. Nice and smooth on that brake. Look at that. Perfect. Your suspension hardly compressed. Very good. Nice and smooth. All right. A little bit smoother with that rear brake, but everything else sounded good. Nice and smooth. Good. Give me one more. So you're falling out of the friction zone because you're trying to put your foot down because you feel how your bike kind of tilted. So you're falling out of the friction zone. It's important to try and stay in there, and that'll help keep the bike straight up and down. Good. A little bit softer with that rear brake. Okay. Nice and smooth. Good. Give me another one. Much better. All right, guys, time to move on to the slow ride. So everyone was doing real good. The common theme is you guys are kind of stabbing at your rear brake a little bit towards the end there. You guys definitely got smoother, and it's going to take time to just get in the habit of just, you know, lightly pressing on that rear brake. But overall, good job. The next exercise that we're going to do is going to be the slow ride. So pretty much exactly what we just did over there, but we're going to be going a longer distance. Everything still applies. Use that friction zone, lightly dragging that rear brake to give you that stability. Head and eyes up, looking where you want to go, and make sure to keep that throttle steady. Some of you, when you're coming to a stop, your throttle would just drop, and then sometimes it would fluctuate. We want to try to get that nice and steady. You want to hear the same tone the entire time. And once you have that steady throttle and you're in the friction zone, set it and forget it. Don't have to think about it. All you got to worry about is controlling that rear brake. Slow yourself down if you have to. Nobody has any questions? And I forgot, oh, yes, Mike.
What, for the average person, what's a good slow ride speed?
For the average person, I would say try to keep it between 6 and 7 miles per hour while you're trying to get the hang of it. Once you get more advanced, then you can start trying to get crazy with it, trying to stop in place and stuff.
I have another question.
Yes, sir.
Will it be normal and acceptable to have a lot of handlebar movements when you're trying to ride slow?
Yes, yes. When you're moving slow like that, the key is if you start feeling like you're starting to fall over, open your clutch just a little bit more into that friction zone, give more power to that rear wheel, and your bike will straighten up. But when you're going that slow, yeah, your handlebars are going to be twisting. Good questions, Mike. For the slow ride. So we're making sure we're in first gear, covering that rear brake. Get your throttle up, set it and forget it. Find that friction zone, start moving forward. Lightly dragging that rear brake. Handlebars are moving. Listen to my throttle. Nice and steady. Staying in the friction zone. I'm not moving this hand. Staying in the friction zone. All I'm doing is controlling my speed with that rear brake. As long as you keep stay in the friction zone and that throttle, you got nothing to worry about. Anybody have any questions? Let's do it. Give me a little more brake. Slow it down just a bit. There you go. Very good. Very good. Good. The only thing I can tell you is your throttle did blip just like a little bit, but overall very steady. Very good. Good. Slow down just a little bit more. There you go. Give me a smooth stop. All right. Careful. Every time you stop, make sure those handlebars are straight. You don't ever want to stop with the handlebars turn. Good. Very good. All right. Give me a little more brake. There you go. Good. Give me a little more brake. Good. Now give me a nice smooth stop. Look at that. Very good, very good. Man, that was great. Trying to throw people off with that smooth stop at the end. Good. Good. Watch his foot. It's not going up and down like crazy. Very good. Now give me a smooth stop. Very good. All right, Darren. Good. Good throttle. Head and eyes are up. Nice and smooth on that brake. It's all right. Now give me a smooth stop. All right. Stop wasn't the smoothest, but it wasn't bad at all. But very good. All right, Jim. Keep them eyes up, you're looking down. There you go. Now give me a smooth stop. Good, I like that. You didn't stop until your handlebars were straight and you had everything under control. Very good. Good. And eyes are up. Give me a little more throttle. There you go. Very good. Now give me a nice smooth stop. Good. So you see how your bike kind of fell to that side? You came out of the friction zone towards the end there. But besides that, very good, man. Keep that throttle up. There you go. It's okay. It happened. So when you feel that falling, open up that clutch just a little bit more to catch yourself. Good. Very good. Now give me a smooth stop. It's all right. We'll work on it. You can go ahead and park. Very good. Good. Like a completely different rider. All right, give me a smooth stop. Look at that. Fantastic. You can park. Pro Rider Columbus. Look at that. Retired. All right, give me a smooth stop. Good. Very good. Give me a smooth stop. Good. So everything was beautiful. Stop could have been a little bit smoother. Yeah, I did notice your foot kind of tapping again, but overall very good, man. Good. Good stop. All right, you can park. Whew. All right, slow rides out of the way. Next up, we got left and right turns. Let's do it, baby. Okay, bring it in. Okay, so for that slow ride, Mike brought up a very good point. This parking lot is on a grade. It's not, so over there, you can kind of see it. You kind of start going downhill. So as you're going downhill, you got to use a little more brake, which in my opinion, and I think Mike agrees, this is a good training environment because wherever you're going to ride, isn't always going to be super flat. So right here in the left and right turns that we're going to be doing, we're going to be going uphill a little bit. So you might need a little more throttle and a little less rear brake. Okay, so but overall over there, everyone's doing great. I can tell some of you guys have definitely been practicing, and I love it, absolutely love it. Nobody was out of control with their rear brake. It still need to work being a little bit smoother with it, but nobody's, you know, being extreme with it, and that's awesome. So we got left and right turns here. Hopefully my audio is working this time, because last time it was not. All right, so we have a 5-foot entrance right here, and as Mike pointed out, we're going to be going uphill now. The only difference between this and the last 2 practice sessions that I've been doing it, somebody commented on my video and realized that I've been doing this at 9 feet, which I thought Robert Simmons was doing. Yeah, so this is 7.5 feet.
It sure doesn't look like it.
Oh, believe me, I measured it out. So whoever painted this parking lot, you can kind of tell, I think they were drunk when they were doing it, because all these lines are kind of crooked and kind of made it a little bit tougher to lay everything out, because I'm trying to do straight lines. And so anyways, 5-foot entrance, 7.5 foot turn lane. And I have these big cones right here because the goal is going to be not to lean. We want to try and keep the bike straight up and down. This exercise is good for when you're in those tight situations. Sometimes you can't lean because you have a car over here or a wall or something, and you don't want to bang your saddlebag on there. The sport bike, you're not really going to have to worry about too much, but it's still good to do it. So when you're coming in here, all the same rules apply. You got your throttle set, you're in the friction zone, lightly dragging that rear brake even though we're going uphill. You're going to come in, you can start off in the center, but Mike, you're probably going to be starting up here a little bit, okay? Because you're you're a little more advanced.
Okay, Robert.
So you have everything set right here. You're coming in. Once you get to about this line right here, well, just for the demonstration, we'll be going left. You're going to look where you want to go first before you turn the handlebars, because in the real world, you want to make sure there's nothing in your way over there. Okay? So you turn your head and eyes, then the handlebars, and you already have your throttle and friction zone set. You're just going to ride on through, and the goal is to stay in the center of this lane. If you're a little bit over here or a little bit over there, it's not a big deal. The goal is pretty much to stay in this lane, obviously. And when you're coming through here, you want to keep your body straight up and down. Keep your head and eyes up, looking where you want to go. Don't worry about these cones. You're not going to hurt them. There's a cone over here that I drug home from here about 4 miles, and it's still okay. It's out here somewhere. So you're not going to hurt them. I'll do a quick little demo and then see if you guys have any questions. Making sure you're in first gear. Covering that rear brake. Get your throttle up. Friction zone. Smoothly start moving forward. Going to the left. Look. Handlebars. And you're out. Do it to the right, look where you want to go, handlebars. Out. Pay attention to my body positioning. Staying straight up and down. Looking, handlebars. I fell out of the friction zone right there. I sucked in the clutch a bit. Nice and smooth. Any questions?
What's the real world application to this exercise?
Real world application?
Yeah.
I got one for you.
Oh, go for
I
it.
took out a row of bikes at bike night because I couldn't make that turn.
Oh, you took a row of bikes
Like
out?
6 of them.
Oh, wow. Oh no, just like the movie, like that Pee Wee Herman movie.
It is exactly like the movie. Fortunately, everybody was very kind.
Oh man. To answer your question, I would say any tight situation. So one that I use is pretty much every time I pull my bike into the garage. I got my truck in the driveway, I got my wife's car, and I gotta squeeze my bike in between those two areas. And I'm not leaning to try to get into that garage. I gotta keep the bike straight up and down. So any tight situation, is that a...
Yeah, the one I use is, so this is a double yellow line right here, and you're at a stop sign.
Oh yeah,
And
yep.
there's traffic coming this way, and you're gonna pull out. Do you have the confidence and control of your motorcycle to do that without going over or getting close to that yellow line when a tractor trailer's coming this way?
Yep.
That's why this is so important. Now you could sit and wait until there's no traffic, but keep in mind this is, what'd you say, 7.5?
7.5 feet.
So if you can do this well, you know, a double yellow line road, fog line to fog line is about 24 feet, so each lane's about 12 feet wide. So if you could do this well, you should be able to do that well.
Very good. Yeah, good example. And in fact, I actually used that example in the video that I did for the left and right turns. So
That's how I knew to ask that question.
yeah, it's too early. I'm still trying to wake up here. All right, let's start going off to the left first, and I'll get my camera over there, and we'll get her going. Thanks, Mike. Don't ever hesitate to hop in. All right, he's gonna start from a stop here. All right, and eyes. You lean just a smidge. You lean just a smidge. All right, we got Jim. Straight through. You need a little more speed. Straight through. Lean in a little bit. Oh. Whew.
I'm okay.
All right, so you know why that happened?
I didn't have my throttle.
You came out of the friction zone too. So here, let me show you here. Grab this right here in your seat, and then just walk it back. And then your kickstand. There you go. Yeah, you came out of that friction zone, your throttle dropped.
I know. I
So-
got it in my head.
It's okay. That's why it's better to happen out here than out on the road. Straight through. It's all right. You start turning too early. So back up a little bit, straighten out. You're good, don't worry about those. So when you come through here, right about here, that's when you want to look where you want to go, and then turn those handlebars. Keep them head and eyes up. There you go. It's all right, you came out of the friction zone. I know there's a lot of stuff going on in your head right now. It's okay, we'll get there. But concentrate staying in that friction zone with the throttle. That's going to be your main bread and butter there to keep you standing up. I don't care if you hit these cones at first, just kind of get the feel for turning and keeping all that stuff steady. Good, keep that throttle up. Keep the throttle up. Yep. You're leaning a little bit. Good. You could be a little bit smoother with that rear brake. Good, keep that speed. There you go. Good. Keep that throttle up. She's coming out of the friction zone. We'll get it. All right, come on. Good throttle, I can hear it. Good. Turn them. Falling out of the friction zone. Looking good. Good. You're falling out of that friction zone as soon as you're turning. I don't know if it's because when you turn, your hand just kind of sucks it in a little bit, but try to concentrate keeping it in that same spot. Better, better. All right, we're making progress. Who's next? Somebody. Bueller. Nice stop. There you go. There you go. Do it from a stop. Yep. Keep them eyes up. It's okay. All right. Good. Very good. Beautiful head and eye turn. Throttle is good. All right. Head and eyes. There you go. Straight through. Too much lean. All right, now we're going to do it to the right. All right, let's do it. Fill out the friction zone. He's doing a little too much counterbalancing. It's all right. It's all right. All right, Tracy. Starting too soon. All right. Very good, very good. Oh! Head eyes up. There you go. 1 second. So when you're counterbalancing, try to keep your body straight. You are leaning pretty extreme. There you go. Keep them eyes up. See him peeking at those cones. All right. Much better, much better. Too soon. It's trying to kill me. Very good. You can park. Good. There you go. Good, very good. Keep them eyes up. Good. Now we're going to move on to the single serpentine. Saw some great improvements in the left and right turns. Obviously, I mean, not everybody's got it perfect. I'm going to leave all this set up after we get through all the exercises. So if you guys want to run through some stuff. Yes, sir.
So you had corrected me one time about I leaned just a little bit.
Yes.
So can you explain how leaning isn't wrong, but sometimes you don't want to do it and why?
Yeah. So obviously, if you're making a tight turn and you don't have any obstacles next to you, lean your heart out. But if you're in a situation where you're not able to lean, that's training you to make yourself not lean, so that way you don't hit that obstacle on your left or right side, especially in tight spots. Is that what you're getting at?
I was getting to the gravel.
Oh, gravel. Okay, good point. Man, I'm gonna have to hire Mike over here, be my assistant. He's bringing up all the great points. Yeah, especially when you're on gravel. Obviously, we don't have any gravel out here, but when you're on gravel, I have a video on this on my channel if you want to watch it. You want to keep your bike straight up and down. You can still make, I think it was like a 20-foot U-turn. You can still make it between an 18 and 20-foot U-turn on gravel with no lean. I'll end up showing that over there in the U-turn box over there. And when you're on gravel, you never want to lean, you never want to use the front brake, or you're just gonna go straight down.
Yes, and a good example of, even if it's not gravel, so you and I both have gone down and rode with Robert at his practice area in Pooler.
Mm-hmm.
And there's places where there's sand kind of pooled and puddled because they have a lot of sand down there.
Yeah.
And so there's no gravel, but you really don't want to have a good lean in there on that sand. You want to be able to prove to yourself you can do this in that space straight up and down under control in case.
Excellent point. Excellent point. All right, anybody have any questions about what we just did? So now we're going to move into the single serpentine, aka cone weave. This is where we're going to start wanting to lean the bike. So we'll start off over here. You'll come in. I don't care what side you start on. The goal is to hit the center of each of these cones here. You want to be right in the center of these two. If you end up coming too close to this one, you're going to start ending up running out of space, and then you'll start knocking down all the cones. And everything else still applies: throttle, friction zone, rear brake to slow yourself down. This is going uphill, so you're not going to need as much rear brake. And when you're leaning the bike, this is where the counterbalance comes into play. Let the bike lean underneath you. You don't have to lean with the bike. The only time you're really leaning with the bike is when you're at speed going in the curves and stuff. So I'll do a little demo. When you're going down through here, stare at that last cone. Head and eyes up, staring at that last cone. Your peripherals will catch all the other cones. So I'll run through it real quick. Throttle staying the same. Now I'm going downhill, dragging that rear brake just a little bit, looking forward. One more time here. Throttle staying the same. I'm only going maybe 6-7 miles an hour.
So the way you just showed that to us, is that like the ultimate end goal, but something a little less than that's acceptable? As long as we're dipping, turning our handlebars and dipping?
Yeah. So
there was a lot of lean in there, Joe.
Yeah, sorry. So you don't have to be dragging your floorboards while you're going through this. This is just to get comfortable with getting that bike starting to lean. And we're definitely going to be using that in the U-turn.
and turning your handlebars.
Yep.
Feeling that lean happen. Okay.
Yep. When you get in there and you turn your handlebars, turn it like you mean it. Don't give me a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Turn them. All right, let's do it. All right, Darren. Good. Definitely not afraid to lean. Keep that throttle up. I forgot to mention, you want to swing out wide too. Good. It's okay. Swing out wider. There you go. Good. Head and eyes are up. Good body position. Nice throttle. Really leaning that bike. Yeah. Swing out a little wider. Good. A little more throttle, but you're good. Good. Make sure you keep that throttle consistent. Just a little more throttle. There you go. A little more speed. Good. Good. Much more comfortable. A little more throttle. Good. There you go. Good. Very good. All right. Now it's time for the U-turn, baby. So now over here, we have the U-turn. This big box right here, 27 feet, because each parking spot is about 9 feet wide. And then I got this divider right here. If you want to challenge yourself and do it in 18 feet, you don't have to do that. That's for some of the people that are a little more advanced. So you should be able to do a U-turn at least 27 feet. The goal is about 24 feet. So when you're coming into the U-turn, one thing that I was taught in an advanced course, lock and lean, that I took, when you're coming in, kind of come in at an angle. Don't ride the cones right away. Come in at an angle. So that way, once you get to this corner here, from about right here, this is all dead space. So you want to try to use as much of that as you can. And once you get to about here, you're going to turn your head and eyes, then the handlebars, because just like left and right turns, if you're making a U-turn out in the real world, you want to make sure you don't have any obstacles or anything. So you turn your head and eyes, handlebars, then riding out the turn. So since we just did the single serpentine to get you comfortable with leaning the bike, when you're making this turn, you can lean the bike over a little bit and it'll make your turn a little bit tighter. So the things that make your turns tighter is obviously your speed, your handlebar turn, and your lean, or Did I already say lean? Okay. Your speed, lean, and handlebar turn.
Probably head turn too.
Head turn helps, okay? So naturally, when you turn your head and eyes, your body's gonna follow. But if you're looking up, obviously you're not gonna turn your handlebars up. But it definitely helps you if you get a quick head turn. Your handlebars will turn a lot quicker. And another thing, in that advanced course that I took, you kind of want to look where your front tire is and then turn your head and eyes once you know you're in the spot where you need to turn. Because some people, they'll just keep on looking forward and they don't know where their front tire is. So if you kind of know where your front tire is, then turn those head and eyes and handlebars. And again, nothing changes from all the other exercise we did. Friction zone, we're obviously going to be counterbalancing because we're leaning now. Throttle, steady throttle, dragging that rear brake, keep the bike a little more stable. A little demo. You're in first gear, as always, covering that rear brake, throttle up, friction zone, coming in at that angle. Head and eyes, handlebars, boom. Just to show you guys, you don't need any lean to do the 18-foot. No lean. Come in. Head and eyes, handlebars. And remember, keep your body perpendicular. You don't have to be hanging off or anything like that. Any questions? Let's do it. Good. All the way up here. Need them to come all the way up. All the way up here. Use all your space. Okay. Come all the way up. Nope, you're starting too soon. All the way. All the way. All the way. Keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming. Turn them. There you go. Throttle. All the way. Good. They don't want to come all the way up to this line here. Good. Turn them. Good. Nice. Good. Good head and eyes. Throttle. Trying to coast through it. Good head and eyes. Keep that throttle up. Keep the throttle up. It's all right. Good. Good. It's all right. There you go. Yeah! Keep that throttle up. Throttle. There you go. Keep that throttle up. Very good. Throttle. Good. All right. Go to the right now. They're gonna have to use a little more rear brake because it's kind of a downgrade that way now. Good. All right, I guess the right side isn't the weak side. Good. Good head and eyes. Very good. Woo! Yeah! Nice. Good body position. Nice. That was about 17 feet. Good. Beautiful. Eyes up. Needs to concentrate on that throttle. Good. Very good. Okay. The double 360. This is pretty much a figure 8. So this is set up at 22 feet, so it's a little tighter than the U-turn box. But in here, all this basically is 2 U-turns combined. All right, we're gonna come in here. We got a 5-foot gate. You're gonna come in. Very important to use all your space in here. You want to get your front tire to right about here and ride the outside of the cones. And then once you get to right about here, really turn your handlebars, counterbalancing, letting the bike lean underneath you. You're going to come around, still, your main goal is ride the outside of these cones. Your wheel placement is going to be very important. Once you get around this first turn, you're going to come out, you're going to be aiming at this entrance right here, this corner cone right here. Once you get here, ride these cones again, making sure you're looking where you want to go. Really turn the handlebars, and you can look over your shoulder at the exit over there. That'll help you out a little bit. Look over your shoulder, boom, come straight out. I'll do a quick demo real quick. Come in, aim for this cone right here, ride these outside cones, look at the exit, come all the way back around, looking over my shoulder, and out. Come all the way out, looking at this back cone over here, steady throttle, friction zone, and you're out. Come all the way into this cone. All the way out to here. It's all right. So, I know this thing can turn really tight, but I still want you to try to ride the outside perimeter. Because notice, you're going pretty tight in here, and you ran out of room on this side. So next time you come in, come all the way out to that cone, ride the perimeter, and then ride the perimeter out on this one. You have more than enough room to get out. All the way out. Way over there. There you go. Good. Real quick. All the way right here. Ride those cones. It's all right. So you know what's happening. You're starting your turn too soon. You need to get all the way out to that cone and ride these all the way around. Because once you start too soon, you're gonna end up running out of space like you did. Right here. There you go. Turn it. It's okay. Good wheel placement. Beautiful. Out there. Straight out. All the way out here. Ride those cones. Throttle. There you go. Too soon. All the way out. There you go. Now ride those cones. Good. All the way to right here. Come all the way out. There you go. Now follow those around. Ah, it's okay. That's a win in my book. He went to go put his foot down, but he didn't. Good. All the way out. Yes, sir.
That hill, everyone's running out of speed on that.
Yeah. Good. Keep that throttle up. All the way out. There you go. All the way out. Ride those cones all the way around. It's all right. You didn't ride those cones. You kind of started cutting right here. So then you ran out of space. It's okay. You're doing good. Good. You're all right. All right. I got you over here.
You marked that, David.
Yeah, so you fell because you came out of the friction zone.
Yep.
And you didn't have any throttle. So you sucked in that clutch a little bit, and with going that slow, boom you go. There you go. Perfect. A little more rear brake. There you go. There you go. Nice. Perfect. Pay attention to your wheel placement. Ride all these cones. There you go. Keep it nice and wide. Good. See how much easier that is? Yeah, there you go. Good job. All right. I think everybody's got their fill for that. Oh, we got one more. There you go. Too soon. Okay, that's gonna be it. Now it's time for the handlebar, the final exercise. Then we're gonna open it up for practice. Okay, the world famous handlebar. And I call it a handlebar because, well, it kind of looks like a handlebar. So I got arrows marked on the ground. You can either start down there or over here for the demonstration purposes. If you start down here, you have to start to the left of the cone or this isn't gonna work out. So just like the single serpentine, trying to hit the center of these, you're leaning that bike, coming through, Coming through, head and eyes looking forward where you want to go. Coming through. And then you'll end up on this side. And what you want to do is come all the way across, then set up for your U-turn just like in the U-turn box. Come on in. Head and eyes, handlebars. Do your U-turn. And you're going to shoot back out again. I gotta put that last cone out there. And I'll do a real quick demo so you guys can see it in action. Come all the way across here. Okay, got Mike up first. Cone weave all the way across. Good. Nice. And he got it. Go. Good, very good. Looking good, baby. Oh, you're right there. You're right there. Make sure you stay in that friction zone. That's why you're falling over. Mike over there helping out, appreciate him. Good. Yeah. Woo. Very good. Swing out a little wider. No, he doesn't want to go until I fix this cone. He wants the perfect setup. All right, bring it. Looking good. Oh yeah, he practices. Darren. Looking good. Beautiful. Good head and eyes, throttle, beautiful. Yeah! It's okay, swing out wider. Oh, she said nope. Ooh, dragging some floorboards there. Fantastic. Good. All right, guys, I'm going to open up the lot for open practice. This practice session has been great. Everybody's going to probably stick around for a little bit longer. And I'm going to sign off here because I'm going to practice myself. I appreciate everybody coming out. It was a fantastic time. Definitely worth all the time setting up all these cones and stuff. And I want to thank everybody for coming out. If you want to see my second practice session, I'll end up putting a video right here. And as always, this is Joe Go with Joe Go Motorcycle Adventures. Until next time, ride on.